In the last few days, you may have seen videos like this with hundreds of thousands of viewers from official-looking channels like Tesla. It looked super legitimate even to me, especially when you look at the number of likes and dislikes. This video has 23,000 likes, which is a kind of number you would not expect any kind of fake stream to be able to generate. But if we watch the video more closely and pay attention, listen to what he's saying here.
The recent assassination attempt on Donald Trump during his campaign rally in Pennsylvania. The Secret Service, which failed to prevent the attack on Trump.
Now, while the lines themselves make sense, they're not very well synced with his lip movement. And of course, when we look at live chat, it says you can double your cryptos. Anytime somebody can double your money in 3 to 5 minutes, that's a scam. But the thing that amazes me is the fact that this channel looks kind of like the Tesla original channel, has 120,000 subscribers, and the live stream has 23,000 likes. That's a ridiculous amount of bots on the platform. And that's not the end of it. There are countless hacked channels that are promoting malware on YouTube. Now, one of our community members actually created a whole database of these on GitHub. And if I try some of these links, you will see that these sites are still live, which is amazing. So someone in my community can manually go in and make such a long list, but YouTube can't take these down? When it's obvious that videos like this are spreading malware pretending to be pirate software, video games, mods, cheats, whatever else. Now, if you've been watching videos on YouTube, you've probably also seen comments like this all over recent uploads. In fact, these are probably some of the first comments that you see when a video gets uploaded. And the thing about this is, looking at the number of emojis, I think most viewers, average people looking at this can tell that these are not real comments. Nobody on YouTube comments like this with arrows all over the place and a bunch of emojis. And YouTube does have a spam protection feature, but when I check the comments that are actually flagged for review, guess what? It's always the actual legitimate comments that are flagged by YouTube. I mean, just look at this list. These are real YouTube comments that YouTube has blocked because they think it's spam. And at the same time, comments like this can get through just fine. So despite all of this talk about AI and how good it is, the technology to make basic classification and detection of things that a human would be able to do very easily is still not possible on major platforms like YouTube. And if this situation is not remedied, this could be the #1 threat vector in the future. Social media networks like YouTube, like Facebook, like Instagram. You could have entire fake channels, fake personalities, fake companies that are used to spread malware or run scams, and you wouldn't be able to tell. Now, this particular video that I was promoted is the most egregious example I've seen thus far. In terms of how legitimate it looks on the homepage, when I saw it at first, I thought it was actually Elon Musk. And since my timeline was flooded with videos by other people talking about the news, it fit right in. And while I still think that most people are going to be able to tell that Elon Musk is not going to double your money, or nobody's going to double your money magically, that's probably the lowest common denominator of scams. But this could have been something less obvious. It could have been a new website where Elon Musk is like, oh, this is a new feature we're adding to X, and here's a sign-up page, and the sign-up page could be a phishing page. And given how weird the name X is, you could have a domain saying xcool.com or something, and it wouldn't even sound off-putting for somebody like Elon. Oh shit, I'm giving attackers ideas, so I should stop. Now, as someone who did their master's in AI, I also want to talk a little bit about the technology problem here. So we have essentially two types of AI models in competition here. One is a generative model that is designed to create stuff. So for example, when we're talking about ChatGPT, deepfakes, a lot of that is generative, which means the AI is simply trying to guess what the next thing is, or it's trying to create frames based on an approximation of a data set. Now, discriminative models are what you would use to, let's say, recognize if an image is a dog or if a file is malware. One of the main problems we have right now is the generative models are evolving very fast. They're being widely used, probably because they're easier, and the discriminative models can't really catch up. So we have a lot of crap that's being generated, because generating crap's a lot easier than actually making accurate classifications. Because when you're trying to classify a data set, make correct classifications, there is an exact standard in terms of what is correct and what is incorrect. So for example, if you're trying to build a malware classifier, or you're building an algorithm to decide if a YouTube comment is spam or not, if you accidentally classify a legitimate comment as the spam comment, that is a problem. Whereas if you're just trying to generate a random image, there's no standard of what it exactly needs to be, as long as it's close enough. So as AI continues to develop, if we keep having more and more generative AI all over the place, we're going to have an imbalance in terms of the problems being created by generative AI that we can't really deal with the alternate models. I've been getting a lot of notifications about similar videos being shared all over private messages, like in Telegram chat rooms via Flare. Flare, of course, allows you to scan the dark web for mentions of just about anything, including your name or your company name, and see if it's appearing in chats, if it's appearing on forums. They can map your entire exposure profile in terms of criminal underground, your attack surface. Anyone can do a global search here and see if something is appearing on the dark web. You can look at the kind of malicious activities threat actors are engaged in. So big thank you to Flare for sponsoring this video. Go check them out at flare.io. You can get a free trial by using the link in description. Let me know if you've been seeing any outrageous scam videos on YouTube. This is Leo, and as always, stay informed, stay secure.